my rehearsals, we do so much text work at the beginning of the process, and then we come into the space and we start doing all the movement work. There is a lot of ensemble building that gets done to bring the cast together as a group and to make sure that they are all working together and they move together so that we can create the big movement sequences that have been a part of my work for several years now. This text is so rich and so layered, and it's so wonderful to have such an incredible group of 12 in there, along with Jess, my associate director, and myself, unpacking the text and trying to make sure that it's all smick and clean for our audiences.
What should audiences expect from Timon of Athens? I think the joy of it in some ways is something extremely new out of something very old. We're all so accustomed to the greatest hits of Shakespeare. We all know that there's an extraordinary philosophical, creative, imaginative mind behind some of the plays that have really changed the way we understand theatre and even culture. To visit the plays he never does is something that I think is so important in the approach to doing Shakespeare. So for an audience to come to a Shakespeare play outdoors, it's full of its enormous imaginative flights of fancy and all the stuff that we love about Shakespeare, but to have such a fresh, vibrant, new experience, to treat the play as if it were written yesterday. And I think Timon is one of Shakespeare's most contemporary plays. It sits extraordinarily in our current age. And I think there's a real thrill for an audience in kind of going, it's like a new album from Shakespeare for an Australian audience.
Got all my freaking things.
To camera or to interview?
Oh, you swapped the water.
No idea what I'm going to say.
Timon of Athens.
Audiences should expect the unexpected. It starts as a party and it ends in a very different place.
Audiences can expect funky music, dance, debauchery, excess.
What should audiences expect from this play? To be entertained, to be enthralled, and to learn a relatively new story of something Shakespeare had in his back drawer, and a new adaptation of an incredible story.
This show is hilarious, funny, tragic, and it just has everything that you are not expecting to see in a Shakespeare show, and in an outdoor show, it has it in it. So you should expect the unexpected and expect to be surprised.
This show is a massive party. I think it's unlike any other Shakespeare you might have watched before, and you can expect to have a really good time.
Audiences should expect a wild, chaotic, colourful, messy ride when they come to see I Hate People, a Timon of Athens.
I think audiences should expect a roller coaster ride that only goes downwards and doesn't finish until it's 9 levels deep in depravity.
There's a lot of powerful imagery and intensity and movement, twists and turns and surprises.
I think audience should expect to be completely surprised with how this Shakespeare has been told, and it takes you to a place that you didn't think any of these plays actually did.
Ancient meets modern. Beautiful language with horrific storytelling.
If I could describe the show in one word, I would describe it as epic.
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 In one word, this show is a party.
Fiery.
A test. Extravagant.
Brutal.
Wrecking ball.
Unfriendly.
Indulgence.